they call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
What about Busta Rhymes? I've definitely seen quite a few people not too happy about your story about Busta Rhymes.
Ain't nobody saying nothing to me.
Never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin, and the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
If Busta ever tried to front me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Should have with that 9 milli, what the devil, yo? Yeah, I do his better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes' show. Cause look, man, if they try to say that if you ever thought that the Busta Rhymes was better than me, you crazy.
And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up?
Oh my God, you will not believe what's happening. Busta Rhymes is getting absolutely dragged right now as a super zest monster. And honey, that's not even me talking. That's coming straight from his own bodyguard's mouth. Can you believe it?
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster.
So here's the piping hot tea. Busta Rhymes is going viral for all the wrong reasons. His former bodyguard decided to spill everything, claiming Busta had some seriously suspect requests when it came to young guys in his VIP section. But trust me, that's just the beginning of this mess. It seems like people in the industry have been side-eyeing Busta Rhymes' behavior for ages, just whispering about it behind closed doors. But now, everything is spilling out into the open. So what exactly did Orlando Brown and 50 Cent say about Busta Rhymes? And did he really cross the line with young men? Let's dive in and break it all the way down.
I'm Prince tonight.
Did you know that way back in 2006, Busta Rhymes made headlines for absolutely losing it on a male fan with a horrible homophobic slur? According to the New York Post, this poor guy just walked up, tapped Busta on the shoulder trying to show some love and congratulate him on his comeback. But instead of taking the compliment like a normal person, Busta snapped. He went completely off on him, then turned to his bodyguard and said, "I hate effing F-words, man. And check this out." Back in 2007, when Busta got asked about homophobia in rap, he made his stance crystal clear. He straight up said that because of what he represents culturally, he doesn't condone homosexuality at all. When they pressed him further, asking if hip-hop would ever embrace a gay rapper, Busta didn't even bother answering. He just got up and stormed out of the interview. Let's take it back to the early 2000s when people first started whispering about Busta's preferences. And you know who had the guts to spill that scalding hot tea? None other than Wendy Williams. She was out here exposing the so-called homo thug.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
Word on the street is, back in the day, Wendy Williams had a whole list of rappers living on the DL, and she wasn't shy about putting them on blast. She'd have people call into her show dropping all kinds of messy details about their alleged encounters with these industry men. And guess whose name supposedly made that infamous list? Yep, none other than Busta Rhymes. But here's where it gets really messy. When Diddy found out Wendy had a photo of him with another man, he wasn't having it. He allegedly used his power to get her fired from Hot 97 and practically ran her out of New York, leaving her no choice but to start over in Philly. Jaguar Wright just put it out there. Wendy Williams was the first to blow the whistle on Diddy and his crew of so-called homo thugs in the industry. And allegedly, that's exactly why Busta Rhymes and Diddy got so tight. Word on the street is they had a lot in common. Some even say they allegedly shared young guys between them. Now that Diddy's caught up in a federal investigation, Busta's keeping his distance. But let's be real. They were thick as thieves for years, all the way back to the 90s. Here's Busta, cheesing hard, kicking it with Diddy, J-Lo, Aaliyah, Hype Williams, and a whole squad of industry folks. And check this, Busta chilling with Diddy and his old right-hand man, Jay-Z. Now peep this pic. Diddy looking at Busta like he's straight up dinner, literally. And let's not forget, Busta was still rolling with Diddy and hyping him up as recently as September 2023, just weeks before Cassie came through and dropped that bombshell lawsuit.
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? Do you think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Now back to what Jaguar Wright said about Wendy Williams exposing these so-called homo thugs. She didn't just call them that because they were gay and on the DL. Allegedly, they were out here using intimidation and straight-up violence on anybody who tried to speak on their secret lifestyle. And let's keep it 100. Both Diddy and Busta Rhymes have a long history of putting hands on people, both women and men, usually taking out their anger on people they know won't swing back. Busta's messy legal troubles go all the way back to 2006, when he allegedly put hands on a man for spitting on his car. Later that same year, prosecutors came for him again.
Let me finish. This is the father of the joint venture deals, the label deals, that's right, the production deals. That's right. This is the father. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna big up Dallas Austin because he pulled this all up. But when he did it, it was the complete shifting of the climate. We ain't never seen it before. The same way, there's been a lot of greatness after. He added to the floors of the skyscraper. He designed the foundation for that skyscraper.
Trying to hit him with a weapons charge. According to Billboard, they claimed he had a whole machete sitting in his ride. Fast forward to 2007, and Busta found himself back in the hot seat. He ended up getting arrested and hit with a misdemeanor charge for allegedly roughing up his driver over some money drama. Busta later pleaded guilty to both cases and got stuck with 3 years of probation. And just when it seemed like he was in the clear, boom! 2009 rolled around and the New York Post spilled the tea that Busta had to fork over $75,000 to a fan. This fan claimed Busta wilded out on him, tossing multiple water bottles his way while his bodyguard straight up punched him in the face. And for what? Allegedly just because the dude tried to leave Busta's concert? Big homie CC said this isn't even new. It's been an open secret in the industry for years. Everybody in the know, especially club promoters, was hip to Busta's preferences. Word is, whenever Busta was pulling up to a party, the promoters already knew the drill. They had to line up some fine young dudes for his VIP section to keep him entertained.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin, and the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. Well, I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this.
Big Homie then spilled on one especially wild night when Busta saw him in the club with actor and model Don Benjamin, along with one of Don's homeboys who just so happened to be a gay man. The second Busta locked eyes on the dude, he wasted no time. According to Big Homie, Busta damn near lunged at the guy, pulled him straight into his VIP section, and made sure he wasn't going anywhere. Big Homie even remembered hearing Busta straight up say the dude looked cute, and once he had him in his section, he wasn't letting him go. Big Homie has been hip to Busta's ways for over a decade. When asked why nobody in the industry ever spoke on it, he kept it real. Cause they wanted to be in that VIP section right alongside Busta. But Big Homie also brought up something folks don't talk about enough. How Busta allegedly has a long history of snapping on women. According to him, it almost seems like Busta's got some deep-rooted jealousy toward women just for being women. You think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? Back in 2020, a social media user named Trip Alley let some real spicy tea spill on his YouTube channel, claiming Busta tried to holler at him in NYC while he was headed to a Halloween party at the club.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How can we think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different. Nobody wants to kill these entertainers like that, bro. Like when I do my threat assessment, there's never an immediate threat or danger. It's never a situation that they're gonna tell me, oh, this person wants to murder me, this person wants to bring harm on me.
So I'm walking New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out, and it was this party we was going to. Me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street, and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand, and he's shaking. He holding my hand now. I ain't know it was Busta at first, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm short. I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I was looking at the chain, and I'm like, when I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now, he hold my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? Like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? But then Trip got into it with his friend who wasn't feeling the idea of boosting Busta's party.
So, I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy and his friend that had came in from Detroit. Friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now he holding my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? Like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? You know, and then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black. Just standing there, you know, looking around, you know, looked at me, you know, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand.
Things got heated real quick, turning into a full-blown fight. After that, Tripp was so shaken up, he wasn't even in the mood to hit the club anymore. To make it worse, his friend just dipped and left him stranded in the middle of NYC. Low-key, that might have been a blessing in disguise, because who knows what would have gone down if he had actually pulled up to Busta's VIP section. Now jump to 2021 and the rumors started flying again. Busta was back out here supposedly trying to pick up dudes. Paparazzi even caught him allegedly leaving a pride event with a trans woman. But wait, there's more. Another person came through with a story, and this time it's none other than Orlando Brown. Yeah, you heard that right. He recently claimed that a whole squad of rappers, including Busta and Diddy, had been with him.
There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. People done lost their families, bro. People done lost their kids and shit. A lot of stuff that happened.
Life insurance policies out on rappers. Mainly because it's more dangerous for rappers nowadays.
I mean, this is a touchy subject. I just, you know, I'll give you this. You can willingly turn woman and have a bag, or you can do what I'm doing. You can willingly turn trans, or you can get in trouble and go to jail and get up, and they do it to you forcefully because you up and you didn't know what to do.
And more importantly, who are these rappers he claims took advantage of him? For a little context, over the past few years, Orlando has been popping up in viral interviews spilling all kinds of jaw-dropping allegations about supposed Hollywood rituals. In one of those interviews, he even hinted that there are some big-name monsters lurking in the entertainment industry, and out of nowhere, he randomly mentioned Diddy, strongly implying that Diddy did a certain something to him. Back then, folks just laughed it off, treating Orlando's comments like part of the never-ending joke about Diddy possibly being on the down low. But now, with all these serious accusations stacking up against Diddy, the vibe is changing. People are starting to wonder, maybe Orlando wasn't just talking crazy after all. When the bombshell headlines about Diddy's alleged crimes hit back in November, Cam Capone didn't waste a second. He brought Orlando back for another sit-down on the channel. This time, they circled back to Orlando's viral comments about Diddy from the year before, and even mentioned 50 Cent's wild story about Diddy trying to take him shopping. And let's just say Orlando's reaction to all the Diddy talk was real interesting. A lot of people are convinced that Orlando is playing it smart, mixing truth with what sounds like nonsense, maybe as a way to protect himself. They think he's using his eccentric behavior as a shield while still dropping real info in between the chaos. On the flip side, some argue that just because Orlando has had his struggles with mental health, that doesn't mean his claims should be written off so easily. Some folks believe Orlando's struggles might actually come from traumatic experiences in the industry, and all this talk could be his way of coping or even trying to get some justice. And trust, he ain't done spilling tea just yet. Recently, he went viral again, claiming he got down with multiple men in the industry. Not just Diddy, but also name-dropping Busta Rhymes and a whole lineup of others. Most folks tend to brush Orlando off when he makes these kinds of claims, but lately, in some interviews where he seems more clear-headed, he's actually been making a lot of sense if you really listen and read between the lines. One fan commented, "I've heard multiple gay stories about Busta, that he's a busty snatcher and that he physically mistreats the minis."
Made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta in the airport too. That one from Cali, like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And what's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher. And
why you not having no hoes?
I'm telling you, bro, it's my dad's friends. My dad took his best friends on me.
Who's your dad? Lucifer.
I remember a TV show with a gay character dating an obviously DL rapper, and I was like, is this about Busta? Another person chimed in saying, this has been known for years. The most disturbing part of it all, the rumor is that Busta is so deep in self-hate and homophobia that he actually beats up the male escorts he hires. That's next level disturbing. And to make it worse, people are saying his misogynistic behavior just adds to the pattern. So what do you think about all these allegations surrounding Busta Rhymes? And what's your take on Orlando Brown claiming he slept with Diddy, Busta, and other rappers? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to check out the next video. You won't want to miss it. You won't want to miss it.